Good evening everybody, and welcome to another stream. Hello Foxy. Glad to hear you're getting better, mate. Just don't rush to get back. Get with us when you can. There we are, round 4, Gr4. A Blue Moon Bay, Infield A, number 2. To anyone that doesn't know, that's just the reverse track of it. Just waiting to hear if Hippie will be joining us tonight. I'm assuming not. Obviously, good old Foxy isn't racing after his little accident. Hands is working, so Timmy is covering for him. Emperor's dropped out, and Iceberg's dropped out. Hippie, don't know if he's joining us or not. And we have a new racer, well, a returning racer in Brighton in a proper checkerboard Newcastle United livery with the windscreen wipers on. Going that quick, I can't see whether he's got any. He's got the proper number board on. So the sun's out, don't need windscreen wipers going, and he has. A little bit large, but it does good. Let's give him a couple more minutes of practice. And then we'll swap over to stop check. And it's looking like 8 races to the night, so we can see our part-time try-hard in Mew has been brought into the Gert fold and is now a GRT racer to join the many others that are already GRT. Which are a good group of people. And now I'll give Hippie 1 more minute and then I'm going to swap over to stop check, because it doesn't look like he's joining us. Glad to hear him home though, Foxy. That must be a relief. Do you get shakes every time you light a smoke up? Seeing that naked flame. You sure, mate? Go on. You're welcome in, but give it a go. See how it is. If it doesn't work, it's up to you. So I'll just let them all know that Foxy as I say. So tonight's race in Blue Moon Bay, Infield A, with you driving either the Megane or the Nissan. Me good geezer Foxy. Trophy or the GTR. I'm going to change over to stop check while I wait for you to get in there. Spoil everyone's purple laps. But does it matter? And Marmite car for tonight is the Pontiac Firebird Trans Am 78, so everyone can relive their Smoking the Bandit for days. Hello, Mew. Wonder how long it's going to take wifey to come down and shout at me again. Our main race is 20 laps, racing soft, racing mediums, both tyres have to be used. Tyre wear is times 6, fuel is times 6, starting fuel is 60%. So just waiting for Foxy to join us and we'll get the racing on to go. As I say, Emp dropped out. Just wasn't feeling the racing, which I totally understand. Hence I'm in the booth. Numbers keep dwindling, I may have to join back up. See how far I can finish behind the Mew. No worries, Foxy. Yeah, there was a stupid update last year. No problem, mate. We're looking probably about 40 minutes all in. Downloading and then copying across. You can keep me company instead. And Matt coming out with the lovely lines as always. Good evening, Matt. How you doing, bud? There we are. Stop check race. Right in there, leading us out at pole. Timmy all the way back in third place. There we go. Let's drop back a bit so we can see the carnage. Let's have a look at Mew there, right next to Gad with Nick in 6th, PB in 4, and we're off. Paulie, slow start. Timmy already up into 2nd. Right, I'm trying to show everyone a clean set of heels. Gad already up into 2nd place using the acceleration of that Scooby. Yeah, down to T1. And everyone uses the barrier apart from Paulie, and he's up into 2nd place. So with everyone, Paulie right and round that hairpin to the 2nd part of the hairpin. With Gad and Mew in 3rd and 4th. Screechy and Mew. Can't use the wall ride in there. Mew doesn't work. Screechy there in 5th. Nick in 6th. Timmy in 7th. PB all the way back in 8th. So Paulie still leading it out. Right in 2nd. Gad in 3rd. Mew testing all the wall barriers out. He's been our crash test dummy for the evening. Gad's going for the inside of Righton. Righton tries to shut the door. Paulie still leading it out. And Paulie going for the win. So we got Paulie coming to the line for the victory. Righton in 2nd, Gad in 3rd. Screechy in 4th, Mew in 5th. Nick and Timmy both in the pits. I wonder if we can see what happened. It looks like they just went to the pits. So there's Paulie with the win. And I'm there trying to be clever and do my tables early, and I'm on the wrong one. So there's Paulie. Following on from his stop trick victory. Quick look, Paulie with the win, Righton in 2nd, Gad in 3rd, Screechy in 4th, Mew in 5th, Nick in 6th, Timmy in 7th, and PB in 8th. Hello, Budge. Kebab was doing some tactics and it failed. There we go. So Mew's looking like he's playing the drinking game for you tonight, Budge. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I just need to check that I had got the tyres right then finally. Took me a couple of attempts. Yep. Oh, that's going to be spelling wrong there. Spelling wrong. We get into qualifying in 2 minutes. We'll get to see the Mew trademark qualifying technique. Sit in the pits and have a smoke. Let's see what everyone's driving. So we've got PB in the Vet, Nick in the TT, Screechy in the Aston, Paulie in the Scirocco, Brighton in the Fezzer, Mew in the Lancer, Gad in the Subaru, and Teme subbing in for Hansa in the Fezzer. I still haven't made my mind. It's a busy livery there. I do like Paulie's Unicorn. Screechy with his classic blue tones. Nick in that trademark JPS TT. PB in a nice simplified Vet. Tame in his Dairy Milk Fezzer. Gad in his Monster Munch, Mew in his Hansa Perfection livery of Benson Edges and Coke, and upper cap locks on. Ready up. Fine, I'm starting to use that at school as well these days. Let's get into a test. Ready up. Oh, Mew's in the wall already. There you go, Budge. Round one of drinking. Dragon Lady, welcome to joining us. The PB's getting out first. Making second. PB, Nick, Royan, Gad, Paulie, Screechy, Mew, and Tame following Mew's. Oh, it just shows it's the true try-hard qualifying technique. If Tame is doing it as well, just through the couple of hairpins. Ryan getting very close. But he does need to remember to drop back. There's no slipstream in qualifying. And he does that by cutting a bit of the grass. Robbing Mew of good work in that money. Paulie and Screechy. PB through the last corner and up to start his lap. Right, gone into the pits. Obviously to get himself some clean air. Through the bank curve. PB goes. what probably is. Well, Budge, have you noticed? Mew's got a try-hard racer name now. He's been radicalised. Through the hairpins, PB leading it out, Nicky there, second, Gad third, Paulie in fifth, Scoochie in fifth, and Wrighton after changing some rubber. Good thing about this track is short enough that you can get Mew, you're the drinking game tonight. PB onto the back straight. And across the line with a 113. Nick there with a 112. Ged coming up to the line now with a 130, good enough for third. Screechy on the way up now. 113, he's in fourth place. Paulie in fifth. Wrighton still on his out lap. PB's carrying on round. Gad's happy with his positioning. Screechy cutting the grass and taking the barriers out. Is that so he can scupper Wrighton's lap? There's Wrighton there. Through the turn. So good at the moment. Paulie. He obviously pitted, so he's on his out. I do think you might be in for a bit of a PB there. Not any quicker. You're going to be coming back to a handful with the Firebird. So Paulie now coming up to the line with a time of 1:14. Just took a second off it. And he's right and coming towards the line now. He's not going to get round to cross the line with a 1:13.458, good enough for fourth. What, you mean the Terminator when he's melted down at the end of the film? So is that right? I'm just looking to try and put in a last flying lap. 702nd off pole. He's already shaved a bit of it up. He's up to third. If he keeps it going. Nicely through there. Foxy Kruger. Still up. Can he hold it through the long sweeping right-hander? A little bit ragged. Paulie getting even closer. He's getting that Sirocco going now, and as Wrighton comes up to the line. Hasn't improved. Well, he has. He's improved by 6,000. Ah, right. Okay, fair enough. 6,000ths of a second he improved his time by. So Agrid, Nick with another pole position. PB in second, Gad in third, Wrighton in fourth, Paulie in fifth, Screechy in sixth, Kebab in seventh, and Mew in eighth. Just sort of add that detail in. So Nick with another pole position, good on him. So anyone who wasn't there at the start. Or I don't know, he might have the dodgy past. It is Foxy. That's good, mate. That's very good. So we're ready for the start. 20 laps. Fuel times 6. Tyres times 6. Tyre choices, softs and mediums. Starting fuel of 60%. And away we go. PB and Gad and Wrighton. That TT is terrible off the line. It looks like Nick's managed to hold on to 4th. Timmy already up into 6th place. Into the first main corner. PB leading out from Wrighton with Gad and Screechy. Screechy goes for the inside in the second hairpin. Gad's going to have the inside for the... Sorry, for the second hairpin, the first hairpin they were through. Gad's held, it's Tim. Nick's back down in 5th place. Timmy in 6th, Paulie in 7th. And Gert Mew in 8th. As I say, it's only 20 laps, so it should be a pretty quick race. Muse must have forgot the rules, got to hit the walls to get Butch drinking. PB is tearing away, he's gone for the softs. Ryan's on the mediums. Gad's on the mediums. Nick's on the medium. Screech. Timmy! 5th. Something's obviously happened to Screechy. See if we can see what happened. Screechy's also on the mediums. Paulie's on the softs. And Mew's on the softs as well. So Timmy from 7th up. Ah, right. So PB still with that second lead. Right on me, Gad, Nick, Timmy, Paulie, and Screechy. Very close behind. Gad coming under massive pressure from Nick. And Nick's going for the inside. Nice tight, only that TT, but Gad comes out tighter. But Nick's a drag race. And the TT just seems to be pulling away from Gad there. And Gad's just slotting back in. So Nick back up into 3rd place with Timmy. Timmy! 5th. Paulie in 6th, Screechy in 7th, and Mew there in 8th place. Gad's coming straight back. And the little Paulie with an audacious move there. Gad's been lost out massively. Gad's all the way down into 6th place. Got mugged massively in that corner by Timmy and Paulie. Side by side, Timmy and Paulie. Brilliant racing there. Mew's having a bit of a lonely race, and all this is done right in a great favour because it's allowed him to get a bit of a gap, which Nick is closing in as quickly as he can with Paulie 4th place, Timmy in 5th, Gad in 6th, Screechy in 7th, Mew in 8th. As you come to start lap 4. PB far out in front. In fact, Wrighton has put a bit of a spurt. Paulie's having a look on the inside of Nick through the banked hairpin, and he has done it. Will he get it stopped in time for the corner? He does. Wow, Paulie's on an absolute charge, making use of those soft tyres into the first hairpin. Down and out into the second. Screech is starting to close back up on these. So Paulie up into third place. I believe he started in sixth. So after Nick's, we thought Nick was on the chart. Seems Paulie's even more on the chart. And now Timmy, have a look on the outside of Nick. Firmly stuck to that bumper. PB just keeping it cool in front with Wright in second, Paulie in third, and Nick and Timmy, nothing separating them. Gad very close behind with them. We now start lap 5. Timmy is not exactly close enough. That's the thing with it. To the first hairpin. Seem to have settled down a bit. Muse cruising along quite well. Screechy there in 7th. PB is starting to pull away on Wrighton, and Paulie is slowly closing in on Wrighton. Just on the cusp of that slipstream zone, but their softs are starting to die now. We're only on lap 5. With Nick on the mediums, Tabby keeping it close. I believe Screechy's caught a little bit before. He is. I bet he's been practicing like a true tryhard in that Firebird. I can imagine he's been cultivating Burt Reynolds' moustache all week to be his bandit persona. Paulie now's closed up on Wrighton. We just have a look at fuel levels. Pontiac Firebird Trans Am 1970 Foxy. Paulie closed right up on Wrighton now. Gad's dropped back a bit, and so is Screechy. So heading on now in lap 6. And it's at Infield A as well, not A2. All right, and connects to the wall. And as we say that, Nick's making the move on Paulie. It's a drag race, tucks back in behind. And now Paulie's looking to use the slingshot to get past Wrighton. As I said, Wrighton caught the wall just slightly. Paulie's through into second place. PB just under 3 seconds. Wrighton's lost out big time. He's cutting a bit of the grass. It's allowed Nick up into third. Wrighton's trying to hold on, but Timmy is saying no. I want 4. But Wrighton might get back on the second hairpin. And he does. Gad's got his pit stop out of the way. Screech is there carrying on, so Gad's that dropped down into 8th place. He's got the softs on. Paulie leading out this gaggle of racers. It is Smokey in the Bandit car. Nick elbows out to go through the curve bend. Wrighton's look set to go into the pits. Paulie scuppered, he's going to have to tuck in behind Nick. Nick's got to have a little bit more fuel. But Paulie coming straight back at him. And Timmy with bags of fuel left. Paulie there in second. Paulie back up into second. Because his tyres are a bit more worn, he's had to put the anchors on a bit quicker. Which allowed Nick to get back in front through the first hairpin. Nice and safely. Into the second hairpin. Where are we going? So if we have a club, we got PB leading it out. Nick in second. Paulie in third. Tamay in fourth. Screechy in fifth. Mew in sixth. Exactly. I think Nick's improving with his fuel management. Can't imagine these going much further because Paulie's tyres are dead. He's going to want to get straight into the pits. We've put Kebab in the lead because PB's in the pits as well. Timmy's probably got enough fuel for about 2 laps. And these haven't even got to the pits yet. Mew's in the pits as well. So Gad's going to jump up into second place at this rate. PB's in, fueling up, and Paulie, and Nick. Gad is. Gad's up into second place. Just as PB was coming out of the pits. PB's doing his stint on the mediums. Timmy! Oh, Timmy cutting the grass. Now there's a drinking moment if I've ever seen one. From Timmy! Gad. So once Timmy comes in the pits, Gad will be leading it out from PB in second. Nick in third. Paulie in fourth. He's having a right battle with Righton. Right, lap fueled the lap previous. That's a special drink from Timmy. So Gad finishing off, coming round. Timmy's in the pits, getting the rubber on. Time to fuel up. So Gad's going to be leading us out. Well, PB, I think PB might just get out in front of him. Still fueling. Timmy just coming out. Get me behind Nick. So now everyone's pit stopped with Gad leading it. PB in second. Nick in third. Timmy fourth. Righton still keep cutting that bit of grass. In sixth. So Paulie back up into fifth place. Screechy there in 7th. Screechy only putting half a tank of fuel in. Screechy's using some tactics there. And we have our Mew in 8th. Looking pretty good, Mew. Keep it up, dude. So Gad leading us out as we start lap 11. Well, as we come up to start lap 11. With a 3.7 second lead over PB in second. With Nick there in third place. So Nick's still on the mediums. Timmy on the softs. Right in fifth, also on the softs. In fact, looks like he got back round Paulie. Paulie's coming back straight back round him again as they're going to the bank curve. A little bit of wall contact for Righton. If these pair keep battling, Screechy's going to close in. PB's not making any inroads. And now Nick coming under massive pressure from Timmy. Paulie goes wide, which allows Righton to get right back up close to him. And like I say, the more these fight, Screechy is closing in on them. Gad's keeping PB honest. And Nick's got his hands full with Timmy. And here we go for the drag race. Which has got the more pull, the TT or the Fezzer. He's serving a lot of the TT. Timmy's going to have the inside line. Some racing nerves. Timmy now into third place. Mew just coming on to start finish straight. PB not making any. Timmy now with the fastest lap. Nick in fourth. Paulie in fifth. Ryan in sixth. And Screech very close with them now. Just catch Mew. Driving pretty safely. Doesn't want you to get rid of that cup of tea. And PB. He's got a charging Tammy coming for him. Gad. Maybe got 2 laps before he has to change tyres again. Or fuel. Nick's done his short stint on mediums, he's into the pits. Paulie leading out Righton. And Screech. And Screech is going to close right up because he's into that slipstream. Nick's obviously putting the last fuel in. Get some softs to finish, do the last 7 laps of the race. Have a quick check on PB. Yeah, PB definitely got a charge and Timmy in close proximity. With this battle for 4th could be interesting. Right, it's close up on Paulie there. Screech having a route round in Wrighton's prison pocket. Come up to the final curve. Gad's into the pits. Timmy's made his way past PB. I was looking at that battle for lower down. So Timmy's in leading it out. PB in second. Paulie leading out these 3, right, Screech comes out right and slipstream into the back curve and it's flew straight past Righton. Head down to T1 Righton. Ooh, a little bit dirty by Righton there. It's made Paulie hit the barrier, have a drink budge. And out of all that, Screech is up into first. But it was nothing that Screech could have do because Righton nudged him. Paulie's had a little bit of a nudge with Righton as well. But that was definitely a case of a little bit ding dang dong bang gang gong. Don't know what that is. And now Timmy's hit the front and has put the pedal to the metal as he come up to start lap 15. PB in second, Screechy reading these. Screechy's going to have to be into the pits. Ryan and Paulie carrying on. Be interesting how long Ryan's softs will they manage the next 5 laps. Paulie already ready looking to pull him back in. So Nick back up into 5th place. Right, and a little bit of sideways to T1. Just allow Paulie to pull up on the inside of him. Paulie does. Goes deep. Managed to get back round. Holds that inside as they go into the second hairpin. And they go, so if we just have a quick look. Timmy leading. PB in second. Paulie in third. Wrighton in fourth. Nick in 5th, Gad in 6th, Mew in 7th, Screechy back in 8th place. Have to get topping up the tank and put some softs on. But Timmy is just flying. He's flying, he is. Paulie and Wrighton still battling. Come on to the start finish straight. in fact, Paulie is pulling away from Wrighton there. And as I say there, he starts to claw it back in. Through the bank curve they go. Nick 11 seconds back on these pair. Right, and there's no grass left on that corner. To the first of the hairpins. Paulie deep into it again. Right, not close enough to make use of it. Around the second hairpin they go. Nothing separating these pair. But because they're battling, it's allowing PB to have a nice comfortable race in second. Very deep by Paulie there. Back onto the oval track and off and into that long right-hander. Safely through there and back onto the start straight. Start lap 17. And Nick is catching. 9 seconds back on these down. With Gad in 6th. Mew in 7th. Screechy back in 8th place. Kebab in 1st. PB in 2nd. And as I said, Paulie and Wrighton 3rd and 4th. 17 of 20. Gonna be over nice and quickly tonight, boys. To the main hairpin, or I'll be calling the second hairpin. Safely there, and Wrighton's looking to have a move. And this left-hander is just not close enough. Worth a look though, Wrighton. Nick at 8.5 seconds, and Paulie goes wide. Nothing between these two. Been racing each other all race. Paulie's tyres, or Wrighton's tyres, but if we think back to previous seasons, when Wrighton's in that feather and the tyres are worn, he seems to come quicker, or become quicker, until lap 18. But that's Sirocco. He's just got some power in the straight line. Nick 7 seconds back. Taking a second a lap is just not going to be good enough. Paulie getting wider and wider into that first hairpin. Let's have a look at his mediums. So if we have a quick look at our grid, we have Tamay, 8 seconds in the lead. PB in seconds, 10 seconds back. 10-second gap over Paulie. And Wrighton in 4th. Nick in 5th. Gad in 6th. Screechy in 7th. Mew in 8th. But we need to watch this battle. Keep an eye on Nick. 2 laps to go. Oh, very wide by Paulie. That's allowed Wrighton through. And it's a drag race down the start-finish straight to start lap 19. And Wrighton's popped in front. But we've seen how Paulie does his manoeuvre on this. Tucks in. Wrighton trying to close the door. And does. Clever bit, but can he get stopped? Only just. Squirming under him into the hairpin. And now Wrighton goes wide. They're heading to the second hairpin. And Nick is on an absolute tear. It's taken 5 seconds out of these pair in a lap. This could become really interesting. Wrighton very wide, but it can be because Paulie's dropped out of the slipstream. Paulie's got to be careful. Nice and tight by Paulie there. Oh, contact with the wall, that's not going to help him. So that's a drinking moment. No worries, mate. It's very annoying, this. So we're on to our final lap. Timmy cruising to the win. Should just have enough fuel. PB in second. Right in there in third. Oh. Paulie there in fourth place. Nick absolutely flying. Fifth place. Gad in sixth. Screechy in seventh. Mew in eighth. It looks like Ryan on his return is going to get a podium, because Paulie's got his hands full trying to keep Nick behind him. One main corner to go, and Nick's looking to go on the inside. Just not close enough, but much tighter line. Yep, Paulie into the wall again. So Timmy with a win. PB in second. Ryan with third. Nick in fourth. Paulie in fifth. Gad coming up to the line in sixth. Screechy now just coming through the last corner. Seventh place. And here comes Mew with his hazards on for some reason. Well done, Mew. Respectable there, mate. So, Timmy with the win. And the fastest lap. Shame, Nick, because you got the fuel sorted. Nice return there for Wrighton. So quick look at the results. Timmy with a win. PB in second, Wrighton in third, Nick in fourth, Paulie in fifth, Gad in sixth, Screechy in seventh, and Mew in eighth. And Timmy with the fastest lap. Just save that replay, and now we'll change over. You got some speed though, mate. I couldn't believe how quickly you caught them up. Timmy with a win again. PB in second. And Wrighton, respectable podium on his return. It must be a new and improved Wrighton, because although I don't think anyone got any penalties in that race. Paulie in his Hot Wheels Trans Am. It wasn't made. Good result. Oh, it's Hula Hoops, I thought. Hula Hoops, Hot Wheels and Netflix. With a touch of unicorn. PB. Cool. Menace in all black. Timmy in the barrier. Screechy gone all gold. Nick in his police version. Screechy in the wall. Writing. I'm not sure what kind of. It's an interesting one, that. Fucking idiot. It just shows you what kind of pro he is, if he can race in wets. Well, he is your prodigy. Personally, I'll say he's an knobhead for doing that. I could really feck him up though. I say 5 minutes to the race. I could just start the race now and leave him on wets. That'll really screw him up. That would be a classic Herbie trick, that would. Surely he should know. Well, Dragon Lady's in here and she'll be able to tell him. Or she was in here. They seem to be doing okay with this car. At least they can't do what they did last week and start buggering around with the BHP. That's the ISRL. I seem to have got to grips with the car now though. Let's see what tyres people are using. So you've got Gan on the softs, Nick on the softs, Mew and the super softs. On the softs, right on the wets. Timmy going super softs. Looking how the fuel's going down. Fuel isn't going to be an issue. Right, and he's now getting rid of those soft But tyres, I imagine. So he did know. Timmy on cruise control. Screech there. Oh, right, we're going with intermediates. Be interesting. One on grid. Here we are. Here we go. 8 laps. Tyre wear times 6 if I remember rightly, and fuel times 5. No starting fuel issues for this race. Rolling start, reverse grid. So we have Mew on pole. And for a change, everyone's going to start on the straight. We've got Mew, Screechy in second, Gad in third, Paul in fourth, Nick in fifth, Wright in sixth, PB in seventh, Kebab in 8th place. So we have Mew leading us out. So head up to the line. And away we go. In line all together now. Let's see what happens as we go into T1. Everyone's got round T1, okay. Screechy coming under pressure from Gad. Looks like Gad had to correct his line there. Mew flying away with it. Screechy coming under pressure from Gad. Paulie getting the fuzz closing up on him. Timmy already got past PB and is now giving Wrighton some pressure. Mew gets around the first corner. Gad and Screech side by side. Wrighton is off. Somehow they managed to get round there into the banked. After one lap, Mew's leading, 2.2 lead over Screechy in second, Gad in third, Paulie in fourth, Wrighton in sixth, PB's got his own back on Timmy, because Timmy's dropped back down into 8th, so heading to T1. Mew's certainly been trying with this car, I believe. Screechy there in second. Narrowly avoiding walls. Oh no, there was a bit of a wall contact there. We saw the screws spinning it round. A little bit of dirt. Timmy! Caught a bit of wall there for your budge. To the hairpin. Nice and tight by Screechy. Mew still 2.8 seconds clear in the lead, but there's nothing between Screechy and Gad here. Goes a little bit wide to the final corner, sling it in and onto the banked. Paulie managed to pick up a penalty. They can't start lap 3. Oh no, my mistake. It was right, and then they picked up the penalty. But he got rid of it. PB and Tamay using it. Mew leading us out, and now Gad looks to make the move on Screech into the first corner. Oh, Screechy, a little bit of lag spiking. Might have done him some good. He's got him back into the lead, into second place. And Brighton, because he's had to serve that penalty, he's dropped back down into 8th. But Mew, 2.1 seconds in the lead. With Screechy in 2nd, Gad in 3rd, Nick in 4th, Paulie in 5th, PB in 6th. Brighton making the move past Timmy for 7th. Timmy keeping it safe, keeping it real at the back. Screeching, got himself a gap on Gad, and now Gad's coming under pressure from Nick. And in fact, Screechy is starting to close up on Mew. Come on, start mid-race, number 4 of 8. Brighton's lost out to the Timmy. Paulie now got PB firmly in his slipstream. Who's also got Timmy in his, and Brighton there back in 8th place. Mew driving a true try hard, leading us out. Screech, Gad and Nick. Looked like Nick tried to make a move there, but Gad just shut the door on him. Already halfway through lap 4. We're looking at about a 10-minute race at most. Pit stops will not be an issue, and I don't think tyres will either. To the hairpins. Screechy's getting closer to Mew. We'll start putting some pressure on him. Somehow, Tamay's up into 5th place with PB in 6th, Wrighton in 7th. And I spoke too soon in the Gr4 race because Wrighton's back to picking the pens up. Paulie there in 6th, I can only assume. Had a little mishap. But Mew, keep Screechy honest. Gad, not let him Nick get anywhere around him. Start lap 5. Timmy! He's got rid of those. He's got rid of PB and Brighton and Paulie. Mew driving brilliantly. Screech holding his own. Gad and Nick fighting away. They've got to be careful they don't fight too much, because they've got a Timmy getting closer every lap into the hairpin. Gad goes defensive. Nick goes for the tighter line. Side by side they go up into the second hairpin. Gad's got that inside line. Managed to wing it round there. And Mew coming up to start lap 6. And now Screech getting closer. Just over a second back from him now. Gad's got himself a bit of space between him and Nick. 4th, Timmy there in 5th place. PB in 6th, Wrighton in 7th, Paulie in 8th. To the bank curve for the 6th time, well, to that very driftable first corner for the 6th time. Screech, oh, and Mew's off. Oh, poor Mew. And that's allowed Screech to get right up. And Mew, once you go once. Oh, and who was it? That's Timmy spinning out. Not something we see very often. And he had closed right up on Nick. and he just spun out on him. So Screechy now leading us out with Mew in second, Gad in third, Nick in fourth, PB in fifth, Wrighton in sixth, Kebab in seventh after his spinnies. Poorly there in eighth place. So we should come up to start the penultimate lap. Screechy leading us out, Mew in second, Gad in third, Nick in fourth, PB in fifth, Wrighton in sixth, Timmy in seventh, Paulie in eighth. So this is battle at the front, so that's going to be the interest. Gaddy's closing up on Mew. Mew had a brilliant race. Just a little slip allowed Screechy to kill his rides up on him. Screechy's just pulling away as Mew's falling into the grass of Gad. To that first hairpin, nice and tight by Gad. Gad's definitely saw off Nick. And Mew on his super softs, and they're starting to die, that's obviously the reason. Screechy looking to get another Marmite win. Come round the final corner, start lap 8 of 8. So we have Screechy leading us out. Mew in second, Gad in third, Nick in fourth, PB in fifth, Wrighton in sixth, Kebab in seventh, Paulie in eighth. Oh, and Gad's made the move on Mew. I can only assume this Mew's super soft tyres have died. Screechy. A little bit of grass cutting. But it's got 2.3 second gap over Gad in second. Mew. Now coming under pressure from Nick. Nick's got the inside for the hairpin. Mew's got to be careful of PB, and I think PB will. Little Mew there in a meat in a sandwich. So Nick's through into third place. Can Mew keep PB away from fourth? Screechy coming up to take the win. Gad in second, Nick in third. But Mew's coming back. Oh, Mew got a little bit of wall contact, so he's drops down into fifth. So Screechy up to the line for the win. Gonna get a well tails and over the line sideways with Gad in second. PB coming up to the line to take third. Oh, Nick in fourth, Mew in fifth. Wrighton over the line backwards in sixth, Timmy in seventh. Paulie comes to take eighth place. And he got a clean race as well, as always. Just save that replay and we'll just have a quick look at the results. So Screechy with the win, Gad in second, PB in third, Nick in fourth, 7/7 of a second, Mew in fifth, Wrighton in sixth, Kebab in seventh, Paulie in eighth. And on that note, guys, I'm going to end the stream. Thanks for watching. Been a pleasure as always. Have a great weekend. Although the weather around here is supposed to be pissing it down all weekend, so that's going to be lovely. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.